If you want to call it that, it's their form of a hearing. And they discuss one thing that has always been self-evident, that the insurance companies always, as it relates to healthcare, put people in a pool system. So if it's a pool system, that pool system existed for a long time. So my question is that it doesn't matter to me right now when they discuss exactly what they can provide. They all are in agreement that there is a pool system that also eliminates health care as it relates to those who have more serious healthcare issues, for the elderly, for example. So the part that gets me about the healthcare bill is that they're talking about what they're proposing, but they're still going to stick with the proponent of the pool system. Well, that's not working. And both sides have endorsed that through all administrations. So if it's both been endorsed, if the Republicans and Democrats have always survived through this insurance company putting everybody in a pool system that pushes people out who really need it, then aren't we, both sides are culpable for their actions and the history as it relates to how this debt has become one that is leveraging Social Security and everything else. So to me, when you discuss Republican or Democrat, there's a long history of both sides saying we support the insurance companies' provisions as it relates to the pool system.
Right. And
the pool system is not a Republican or Democratic platform. It is an insurance platform that says we gave you more money. This is what was admitted by Obama. He says in the past we tried to incentivize them by giving them $1.15 on every dollar. It didn't work. So that's pre-Obama. That's going on right now. So we can argue all day long about what Obama's doing and not doing. The bottom line is that you have a tight-knit constituency within the Republican and Democratic both who endorse. So as long as you have the American people sitting here watching this dance that they had yesterday, they're going, you know, you're either treating us like we're really dumb, but we kind of know we have our own personal history. It extends more beyond just 1 year. So how do you address that?
Wow, you said a lot right there. That makes you want to think twice. That's a whole bowl of cereal.
Well, Shirley, that is why we can't believe more in you,
it's Fruit Loops. It's got all these different colors of Fruit Loops cereal. You got the green ones, the red ones, the yellow ones, and they're too sweet. And then when you don't eat it fast enough, your milk just get all full of sugar, and you can't even digest it, and it just gives you the runs.
It's overkill.
And that's an overkill of health care.
Yeah.
But that's why we want the hip-hop Republican version. Because I must admit, anybody out there, I have a lot more hope in the Shirley Huzar hip-hop Republican version of healthcare than I have of anything else I've seen.
A bowl of Fruit Loops?
At least Shirley and I, we would be able to work it out.
Yes, we would. We just cut to the chase. You can pay us money. And you can get a check. We make sure you get a check.
Now, Shirley, before you go on, tell me the video you're looking for, and I'll go search for it while you talk.
You know, I was just looking for anything with Obama with health care and the Republicans most recently.
Oh,
let me see if I can answer your question. You know, the bottom line is this on a serious note. This is a historical moment in America. And anytime history is being made, you're going to have some tweaks in there. You're going to have some bumps in the road. You're going to have some smooth paths. And so you're going to have an agreement and disagreement. And I agree. Actually, I can't believe I'm agreeing a little bit with you, Vic, in that sense that you have both sides and they all want their strong agenda to be thrown into the mix. But it comes down to, what about the American people? If you put this bill out there, it ought to be, we should have the right to vote on that bill. Okay, versus them voting on the bill and it coming to pass. It should be like, okay, you guys package it, you submit it to us, we review it, we make the final decision by the vote of the people. Then it's truly the people's of the Republican, right?
Well.
Look at you go.
Well, here we have, I tell you what I did find. I did find Senator Vitter, and he's commenting on the health care reform.
Okay.
Well, I was really disappointed with.
All right. Okay.
Wow, very disappointing.
Senator Vitter.
He's venting as he vents, telling you what the president has not continued to do. You know, again, we're making history in Americans. We are making history. We are historical. We're on a historical movement and a historical path right now. So before you get upset and continue in that rage of not liking a Republican or a Democrat, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Take the time to read, educate yourself, get informed, watch our show. We make a lot of jokes about this, but healthcare is a serious issue. It really is. It's not right that a lot of Americans aren't having healthcare. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people who come from out of this country and they get better healthcare than the American people. And a lot of Americans, they just don't like that. That's just not right that a foreigner can get better health care than we can in our own country for our own people. So there's a lot of tweaks and turns and curves in this bill. They need to sort it out. It is not fair to rush and thrust this down the throat of the American people in a less than a 24 time frame. 24-month time frame of getting that thrusted down your throat. It's just not right.
Deep throat, America. Deep throat.
Because that's what Democrats want to do. They want to throw something, and then in the long run, we get the masses and the hurt of the crap all over our face.
True.
That's what we want from America.
You're wrong.
Danny, tell me a little bit. What are the families saying out there? Who's online with us?
Today we have Leslie, and there's a huge snowstorm that's happening Midwest all the way to the East Coast. Norman sent us a note in the chat room saying that there's major snow. Of course, the GNN is here. Matt and Alistair.
To the end.
We have
to the end.
Star Child.
Star
Child's here. And they want health care, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they want it reformed or whatever. We want health care.
Don't get it twisted. We all want health care. We just want to make sure that we stay healthy.
Says, I love you, Shirley.
I love you, Norman.
Hey, come on, stop loving her and fight her politically. We gotta stop her. Come on, Norman. She's seducing you with that look. Fight it, Norman.
That Republican
Fight it,
lip.
Norman. Don't let her. They sneak up on us with their soft ways.
Norman's done. He's just blowing kisses in the
Yeah,
chat room.
No, don't let her use. She's using it on you, Norman. Fight it.
Stop it, Valley. Stop it. We all want health care. As a matter of fact, let's go into my #1 candidate in California. Does anybody know who that is?
Meg
2010.
Woo! Meg Whitman, 2010.
Hey, she sounds like she's gonna rock the house if she gets elected. I think I'm listening to what she's saying. I like her.
Why do you like her, Danny? You're a Democrat.
You know what? Yeah, I'm an independent liberal. That's right. Yes, but what it is I think that she should be able to, from what I can see by now. I don't know who she's running up against at this moment. But from what I can see, I'm listening to her. You know what I mean? I like her commercials. I like what she's saying, because we do need to turn California around. We have the 5th largest economy. We had it, now
that's
it's
true.
like, probably, just going down the tubes right now.
Shirley, I don't know her politics, though, but I must admit, it's hard not to be impressed with a woman who leads these corporations. We know how much of a good old boy that. So I have to admit, I have a little bias.
That's what's interesting.
I'm always impressed when I see women step to the head of the boys' club, because I know how difficult it is being a black man in those circumstances and being a woman. So she's obviously been able to step to the forefront and lead and do innovation as a successful business person. I will say that. Now I'm trying to investigate her political past.
Okay. Exactly. So that's coming up. But what I'm saying, she caught my attention because yes, she was a heavyweight in the boys' club, and
that looks good for her.
It looks good for her at this time. So, but we'll get to know her.
Well, the question is, people talk about a political past. Is it more important that a person has a strong political past or a strong business insight of how to run big corporate America? Because keep in mind, we're like a country. We're not like any state. I'm sorry, I love you other states in New Jersey, Nebraska, New York, Montana, Chicago, all my family, Chicago, AK in Detroit, and North Carolina. We've got to give a shout out to Lenny McAllister. Love you guys. But California, at one point, like Danielle said, she's right on the money. We were the 5th largest economy in the world. So I think of us as a country. And so she would be our queen. We would have our own instead of Queen Elizabeth. We would have our Queen Meg.
Queens are in now. Queens are
strong right now.
Queens are in. There's a call for queenage.
It's a call for queenage. It's a call for change. In 2010, Meg talks about education, healthcare, and also reform of a lot of the things that are going on in California that's causing a lot of drain right now. There's a lot of fight in LA City right now. A lot of jobs are still being laid off. A lot of the people, I think they're laying off people, and people are fighting for their friends so they can get special privileges, and those privileges are being rejected and pulled.
What's the difference between Meg being successful in business and Arnold Schwarzenegger successful in business? And where would you rank Arnold's success as a governor at the state of California on a scale of 1 to 10?
It depends on how you look at it. Some of the Republicans think Arnold's